Hello, everybody, and welcome to the This Old Knit podcast. I am your host, Nina, otherwise known as Ine on all of the social medias, and you may be able to find show notes or you may not in the down bar of this episode. Sometimes I don't get to that because I have to rewatch the podcast to do that. And I just, at this point, I'm just trying to make them. So, yeah, it's been an eventful couple of weeks. Basically, I was well from the last illness. I recorded an episode and then I got sick again. So I've been fighting a sinus infection for 2.5 weeks at this point. So yeah, I feel like I've now also lost May. April was a lost month, and here we are in the last week of May. So I'm on my lunch break now. It is the 25th. Yes, the 25th of May, 2022. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today. As you can see, I'm on the floor in my craft room. And what I thought I would do is show you my whips. All of them, even if I'm not working on them. So basically, I got this table that you're sitting on from Sam, who is the designer behind Samantha Guerin Designs. I've done some test knits for her recently with the last few sweaters that I've knit, and this table has room underneath of it to put things. So underneath of here are project bags. And also underneath of this couch, because this couch has space under it for a tub, like a Rubbermaid tub of yarn and project bags and my foam mats. It's great. I love it. But that's where all of my whips are right now. So I thought we would just start pulling bags out and I would talk about them and decide whether I'm going to work on them or frog them. Some of them are just yarn with a pattern and needles, so we'll discover them together. And just to pause and say, I'm wearing my Winterfjell sweater that I knit in 2019, I think. This was my Rhinebeck sweater for 2019, right before the pandemic. So it is a design by Skandir Knits, and I knit it out of 3 colors of tuku wool. So this one is Uyo. I don't remember what the red one is, and the white is Sake. So there you go. That's the sweater I'm wearing. All right, let's get started on this madness. I need to come down a little bit so I can reach under the table. So the first project bag, covered in Aida fur, has a sock. This is Hand Turkey from Jinx Yarns and some random yellow. I think I was knitting this in 2019 when I went to visit family in California. I got up to the heel turn and clearly I have ripped the needles out of it. So, I don't know. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just go, meh. So it's been sitting there in that state for this many years. I probably will finish it at some point. I do randomly get it into my head to knit socks, and then I have several that are kind of like that I've just lost interest in and taken the needles out. So, yeah. Okay, same story here. This one is even older. So this is West Yorkshire Spinners milk bottle. I was using little mini skeins from No Makers. This was the Easter pack that she made when she was still doing the mini club. So I split all of those little minis in half, and my idea was to do 2 socks with stripes on the legs and then solid feet. You'll get to see a lot of Aida in this episode because usually she's down low and you don't see her, but this is usually where she is. So I hope you enjoyed watching a peer get on a couch, because it's a pretty funny thing. All right, that's a sock. Oh my god, there's so much fur under here. So much fur. Look at this beautiful tail spray. Very nice tail spray, Ada. Here, let's move this so we can enjoy a sleeping dog and me. All right, this one I'm pondering whether or not I'm going to rip it out. God, I just don't know. I don't know. So it is the Little Daisy Crop. This yarn is Flies and Hellhounds. This is the A Blush Crept colorway. I'm not entirely convinced that when I wear this tank top, I won't look like I'm naked from far away, because it's like really light peach and I don't really tan, so this is about as dark as I'm gonna be. I don't know. I kind of have a thought in my head now of striping it with like a really pale gray, because I think that'd be really pretty. And I do have a really pretty pale gray in my stash that is from Hey Sister Yarn Co. And that's why it's just been sitting here. I got this far and I feel like, yeah, I don't know. But I'm just finished another striped sweater, so I'm not wanting to do stripes right now. I just want to do something where I can just knit and zone out. So anyway, that is my Little Daisy Crop for right now. But I think I'm going to rip it out. Yeah, I think I'm going to rip it out. So anyway, that kind of sucks because it's got a lot of progress on it, but whatever. Alright, this bag is just a bunch of yarn. So I wound up yarn. This is the No Poison Day colorway, which was Gabby's Christmas color this year. It's an Ice Planet Barbarians color. It's really pretty. I think it's on the Tesla base. It is on the Tesla base, which is a BFL silk and cashmere blend. I'm gonna make the Marble Mount sweater by Hoki Locatelli, but it's long sleeves and I'm kind of feeling the summer knits right now, which is why it's just sitting here in the bag with the pattern. When I feel like knitting things for cold again, I will pick it back up. All right, this bag is cross stitch. So this has two things in it. It's got my Once Upon a Time, which I really should finish. I have like a couple of places where I haven't done the smiles. So this here, here, and these guys. So really I don't have very much left to do. So I need to just tough it out and get that done. There's also like back stitching on the walnut shell for Thumbelina, but the chart is crappy. I can't tell on the chart where the back stitching is. So I may not even do it because I think it's fine without it. Yeah, I think it's fine without it. So really I just have 3 smiles left to do. I'm looking to see, did I do all the eyes? I'm gonna be that person. Yes, I am that person. Because I can't see close up now. Yes. I did all the eyes. Yes. Yeah. 4 smiles. I'm gonna do it. So then I can get this framed. This is supposed to go in Megwin's room. She's kind of wanting to do a dragon / literary theme, so it still fits in with the literary theme. And it's really cute. Okay. And the other thing in here is my Christmas sampler, also from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I just pull this out and do it every once in a while. I don't know. I like little things that I can finish on cross stitch, so each little motif feels like I'm finishing something. So anyway. That's what's in that bag. I set an alarm so that I can get off of here when I'm done. And this might be recorded in a couple parts also, just for the sake of time. Alright, this is more cross stitch. This is the companion piece to the Christmas one, and it has a lot more done on it. So it is the Halloween Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery sampler. There's completed ones under this Q-Snap. So I've finished this pumpkin completely. This square's done. This one is almost done. I think the ghosts have smiles too. So I need to backstitch their eyes and do the smiles. And then this square is almost done. I feel like there's supposed to be a little bit of a branch going under the second owl there. And then I started on the haunted house, and I also have been working a bit on the border. I usually pull this one out and work on it when it starts to get cooler. So like September is usually when I feel inspired to work on my Halloween stuff, and then I work on it through October, and then I don't want to work on Halloween stuff until the next year. So obviously the progress is very slow on that one. Plus I've like enrolled in a couple of their secret stitch alongs. I'm doing the Under the Sea one. Okay. Anyway. Alright. In this bag, we have one completed sock. And the yarn for the second sock. I have a lot of single socks right now, because I went through a little sock time, and now I'm kind of done with socks for a little bit. I don't know. All right, I think that is all the bags under here. Nope. Nope. This one, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna rip this out. Okay, so this is my milkweed sweater. And I was actually almost done with the yoke. But, oh, that's where that is. My little cookie. My Christmas cookie. All right. But the floats on this are so long. Like, so long. I don't think my tension is bad, but I think that this pattern would have been a really great candidate for jacquard knitting, just like where you do a yarn over with like small columns of almost chain stitches up the back. And you can see that like I've got these lumps here, and I'm not convinced that those will block out. In fact, I don't think they will. Because I've never had anything like pucker that bad. So I was not enjoying it. And I still had quite a bit of the chart left to go. So yeah, I think I'm gonna rip it out. Because I also really love this yarn. This is the Pillow Mint colorway from Stress Knits, and I kind of want this to be a summer top. I think it would be really pretty as a summer top. Maybe like an outline tee or an outline tank. And I kind of don't want this. I don't want this. So I'm going to rip this out. In fact, I'm going to pull it out of here so I actually do it, because it's just been sitting here not being pulled out for a long time. Okay. Then this bag, I put together stuff to do a Viva cami. So this is a striped tank top. I do want to cast this on. I almost cast it on yesterday, but I was reading the instructions and it's a little more brain power than I had yesterday to give. Because we had Megwin's last concert for her elementary school ever. So obviously we had to go to that. And this was going to require more thinking than I had time for. However, I'm going to do it out of 2 colors of Arctic Crafts yarn. And they are Plum Jam and this one, woo, which I just threw across the room. Antique Copper. So I did a swap with Bente. I think it was kind of a mystery swap between a bunch of ladies that were part of a Instagram like chat group together. So my partner was Sue, who's Crafty Knitter Sue, or Crafty Knitter 7, I'm sorry. Bente got assigned me. So she sent me these 2 colors for that Christmas swap or Advent swap, whatever you want to call it. And I thought they'd be really pretty together as a tank top. So that's what I'm going to do. So the red one is going to be the main color and the gold will be the accent color. So my ribbing and straps and the bottom ribbing will be this color. So anyway, I do really want to start that one because I love the colors. But yeah, I just need some time to dedicate to figuring out my needles and casting on and all that jazz. And it has like these little bias columns, so I gotta figure out how those are gonna work. Okay. This one is my Fiena sweater. So I just need to remember that I have to change my needles because I had to steal the needle tips from this because I was using a size 6, but all of my size 6 needle tips are on my yellow parallelogram blanket. So right now this has 5s on here and I just can't forget to like don't pick it up and start working on it and do it in a different size needle. So anyway, this is out of Flies and Hellhounds yarn, Fireheart and Buzzard. Fireheart I held double with some mohair in the same colorway, and then Buzzard is by itself on the Isaac base. So it's 2 color brioche on the top, you can see, and it's 1 color brioche on the body of the sweater. So this has been kind of just hanging out for a little while. The only reason I haven't worked on it, I was picking this up and working on it just as a mindless project, but since all of my size 6 needles are taken up on my blanket, it is in hibernation for right now. But that's fine. It would be too warm for right now anyway. But I did get my remainder of my mohair and main yarn back into my bag because I forgot that the sleeves use this on the cuffs. So I may have accidentally like used it in some scrap projects and I didn't want to do that. So now it's safely where it's supposed to be. Okay. This bag is the beginnings of a sweater that I was doing out of Lola Bean Yarn Company. I got 2 skeins of this at the final VKL that I went to before the pandemic. So January of 2020. It's called The City So Nice. They named it twice. This was her VKL colorway. So it's really pretty. It's like gray with all of these beautiful neon speckles. And so I originally was thinking I was going to do a Garden Gate sweater, which is a Jennifer Steingass pattern. And I was going to use this as the contrast color. This is Seance from Lavender Loon Yarn Company. And it's on her singles base. I don't remember what Sam's bases are called. And I don't have the tag in here. So anyway, I did cast on for it. It's very little done. And I'm not convinced I'm still going to do it. I might do something by itself. I might do like a 2 skein project because I think this would also be a really fun like summer sweater. Like a short sleeve sweater. Because I'm really trying to fill out my cooler knits. And I just knit the Cozy Classic Light with short sleeves. And it took less than 2 skeins. I used up all of my one color, like the one that was my main color because I striped it. So I used up every bit of the purple. And the other color, I have a reasonable amount left. So I could definitely do it with 2 full skeins that are the same color for sure. And I wouldn't mind having another one because I really like how it fits. I wore it last night to the concert. It was very comfy. All right. I only have a few more and I'm doing really well on time. So this is perfect. Oh my gosh. I love this pouch so much. I mean, it's a guinea pig unicorn. How could you not love it? Okay. So in here, I have this little pig that I was doing for Joshua. It's a Kiri Kiri Press like animal. So they're like these little embroidered animals. I intended to make it for him for Christmas, but then he was enjoying embroidering it with me. So it became something that we kind of did together, but he's sort of lost interest in it now. So I may just finish it at this point. But anyway, we were doing all the little dark pink spots. And then there's another pink that would be the next thing. So that's in here. And the other thing that's in here is my the Cafe Stitch Along, which was last year's Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Stitch Along, and I completely failed at this. But I have a super cute cup. It's a panda. And then I started this one, which is the Earl Grey tea. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. It would be really cute, though. I was thinking it'd be kind of cute to make it and have it be like, I don't know, not framed, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I want it to be a wall hanging or if it would be cute, like, on a table as almost like a placemat. Then I'm like, the kids will spill stuff on it. I don't know what I want to do with it. I don't know. Excuse me. And then this is my Sweet as Pie Stitch Along, which was 3 years ago. Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. This one's a lot of the way done, though. So it was a circle, and it's like a pie crust, and then there's pieces of pie. So I have finished quite a few of them. And then there's a lot of them that are partially done. So like the lemon meringue is all done except for the face. The cherry pie is done except for the face and the top crust. And then like this guy needs eyes. The key lime pie is done except for embroidery. This guy, I need to do his topping. But the pie is done. This is the rhubarb, so it's partially done. Strawberry rhubarb, sorry. This one is started. I don't know what that pie is. Pistachio? Well, maybe. The blueberry pie is almost done. The Oreo pie is most of the way done. So, I mean, you get the idea. So those are all in here, along with the chart for one of them. I don't know where my chart is for my cafe. Not in there. This bag has the third incarnation of this sweater. Because this yarn, I can't get it to be anything. It drives me crazy because it's like so beautiful. Anyway, this is Warm and Cozy from Flies and Hellhounds. I don't think Yabby dyes this colorway anymore. I haven't seen her dye it in a long time. But anyway, I have a sweater's quantity of it on the Her Sparkle base. And I have the beginnings of a cardigan I have cast on. This is my third cardigan I've cast on with it. Again, I stole the needles, but it's on a cord. I can almost guarantee they were size 5s though, because most of my sweaters, if they're fingering weight, are done with size 5 needles. I was knitting the Rosala cardigan. So it's Anna Johanna. It's basically a cardigan with a lace pattern on it, on the sleeves, and I believe on like the abdomen portion. I don't think it's down the front. I'm trying to see if there's a picture that shows it. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, her sample is in black, which, while extremely useful, is not great for showing pictures, but you can see the lace pattern there. So it's plain except for this lace pattern on either side, which is really pretty. So my thought was, like, if I make it in this nice chocolatey brown, it's going to be a staple cardigan. in my wardrobe, and I would wear it all the time. It's funny because I just cast on another cardigan in Gabby's yarn this morning, and I didn't get gauge on it, so I'm going to rip it out. So I should just knit this one because I want this one. This one's also great. I've had this pattern for a while, so I should just work on this one. Because what I wanted was to work on a fingering weight cardigan, and this one's just as good. The other one had lace. This one has lace. Okay. So anyway, I need to take that one out of hibernation. Because what I need is a couple more cardigans. Okay. I'm going to wrap this up because that is almost my lunch break. And I need to go and present for work. All right. So this one is the Urban Hiker. This one is a sweater for Josh. Can you tell? It's a sweater for Josh. This is a 60-inch cable. That's where my 60-inch cable is. Ha! I was like, where have all my 60-inch cables gone? One of them has your gigantic husband's sweater on it. And it's smushed up, so just so you know. No, this isn't a 60-inch cable. This is like a 45-inch cable. Anyway, Urban Hiker. It's a tin can knits pattern. This is Briar Rose yarns. My mom gave me this yarn. It was a sweater quantity for her, and I was like, this needs to be a Josh sweater because these are like all colors he loves. So he loves golds and blues and greens. So it's kind of a combination of all of those. So it's just a big cardigan with a zipper in the front. Okay, that was a work call. Anyway, that's the cardigan. And the last thing under here is this sweater, which I sort of forgot about until right now. So this is the Junction sweater by Andrea Mowry. So it has a brioche yoke and then colorwork body. I'm doing the main color is some Blacker Yarns Classic 4-ply. It's a discontinued yarn, but it is a really great like workhorse colorwork yarn. And my contrast is a big skein of County yarn. Now, I'm concerned that I actually knit this backwards because my main color is like the Blacker Yarns and the inside color is the County, and I think it was supposed to be the opposite. But I kind of like it. It makes it a little more subtle. So I think I'm going to leave it. And what I did is I wound off some of it because it has such a long color run that it was going to give me a second set of yellow, and I didn't want that. So I wanted it to be the different colors because it's a rainbow. So the stuff I wound off, I put on the outside of the ball, and I'll basically use it on the sleeves with the color work. But I'm going to make, it's probably going to be yellow, green, and then blue. And then I'll be down to the body, and then I'm just going to let it happen how it happens because I have enough to do the sweater, but I don't have extra. So the sleeves are probably going to be mismatched. And I think I have just enough of the gray also. So anyway, that is all of my whips that are stored under my furniture. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of different episode. And yeah, let me know what you think. Maybe I can do one of like different yarns in my stash or something like that that's a little bit different than like the normal format, I was thinking it might be fun to change it up. So until next time, I hope you all get a chance to do something that you love, spend time with friends, family, or whatever makes you happy, dogs, cats, birds. Anyway, I will talk to you all soon. Okay.